What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Uncle Fred. Let's get this thing a little bigger. I don't know what's going on here. Got this thing so little. Anyway, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. Woo! Good people, it's that time of the year again, and you know what's coming tomorrow night? Nothing but the CFP, college football playoff. Alabama's back in that thing one more time, and we got Georgia again, just like we did in 2017. Okay, but this time we the number one team, and we trying to come and defend what's ours, because this our thing. Okay, this belong to us. Okay, we've been in this thing like what, 8 times in the 9 years they've had it, something like that, and we won the thing what, 4 times, 15, 17, 19, 15, 17, and 20, and then we ended it again in 22. So it's gonna be our 4th of the CFP era. Okay. Since 2014. So we won it in 15, won it in 17, won it in 17, and we have won it in 20, 15, 17, and 20. And we're looking for our 4th of these things. Okay. Now we've lost to Clemson, and so we're really 3-2, and we're looking to be 4-2. And be win 4 of the 6, and the only one we didn't go to, and that was the one in 2019. Like I said, you ain't lost nothing if you know where something's at, where you left it. You went right back and picked that thing right back up. All right. So we go into this game. We're 13-1. They're 13-1, and let's just some statistics, just so you can kind of see what we're up against. We got here we go. Boom. Here it is right here. Now, we're averaging 41 points a game to their 39, which is about an even, Steven. They're only giving up 9.6 points a game. So what that's telling me is their average game is 39 to 9 or 39-10. Okay, but you remember now they played a lot of weak sisters of the poor in their schedule. Okay, and when they played, somebody on their level, they failed. Okay, and Michigan didn't want to play; they ain't want none. All right, Alabama's basic score is like 41-19. Okay, we're averaging 494 yards a game, which I believe is number 1 in the country, if I'm not mistaken, and giving up 291 yards. We're giving up about 40 yards more per game than them. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I think this is one of the keys of the game. We come into the game 13-1, just like them. 13-1, both played 14 games. And the key, number 1 to the game, okay? Number 1 key, turnovers. If we can get out this game with 1 turnover or fewer, I love our chances of winning, okay? Because turnovers is one of them things that if you if you don't take care of the football, that's just kind of how that thing go. If you don't take care of the football. So, and for the season, Alabama's only turned the ball over in 14 games, only turned it over 11 times. Okay, in 13 games. Okay, 11 times in 13 games. Okay, Bryce has only thrown 4 interceptions. Okay, all right. So, so that to me, that's one of the keys of the game. How well we take care of the ball versus how many, turnovers turnovers is always going to be a key. No matter what kind of, I don't care if you're playing Pop Warner, if you're playing high school, if you're playing college, pro. If you can win the turnover battle, you're gonna win 90% of your games. I just believe that. Okay. Now, all turnovers ain't treated created equal. You can throw a deep pass interception and it's like a punt and it don't really do anything. But you turn the ball over and throw one in the end zone and you in the red zone, that's a killer. Okay. And if you turn it over on your own end zone and set them up in the red zone going the other way, that's a killer. And if you throw a pick six, that's a double whammy. Okay. So turnovers in the red zone going in the red zone, their way coming out, always key. So if we can take care of the football, okay, I think our chances of winning are great. All right. And by the looks of the history of this year, he turned it over 11 times in 14 games. So I'll look for that. So unless something strange happens tomorrow night, guys just forget to carry the football with them or drop the football, just drop snaps, get stripped of the football on catches. And, if we don't turn the football over, I don't see how they beat us. All right. Now, that's the first key to the game. All right. Number 2, pass protection. If we can keep Bryce Young upright now, I know what Georgia's thinking. I know their defensive line is keyed up because we kept them without a sack and without many pressures when we played that back in the SEC championship game. Jordan Davis, they monster defensive end, and Kobe Dean, there, he's on the same level with Will Anderson. He's a bad boy. They really didn't do anything. You already heard their names rendered. And what we employed was a lot of quick plays, a lot of short, quick plays, and then deep plays, and kind of kept them off balance. And then also we didn't run the ball as much as we normally did. I think in that game, and I was listening to a guy that was talking about the matchup of the game earlier today. And he was saying the thing about Alabama is you can't really pinpoint what they do. Because in the championship game, we threw the ball like 41 times and ran it like 26. Okay. But in the CFP playoffs, we ran it 47 times and threw it 26 times. Okay. So, and I think that's the key to any offensive play caller when you got good skill position people all over, is you play how the defense plays you. Okay. So if they're presenting a front, that defensive front is different from Cincinnati's. They just different. Okay. They hit different. Okay. Than what Cincinnati does. Okay. So we know that. So we're going to have to be smart when we run the football. Okay. When I say we got to be smart, I mean we need to run it when they're thinking we're passing it. Okay. And we need to pass it when they're thinking we're running it. We need to mix them up like that, because if you run it when they think we're running it, yeah, they're going to probably tackle us for 2 and 3 yard losses. Then we behind the sticks. See, that's a team you don't want to be 2nd and 12 and 3rd and 15 on. You don't want to be on that with them. Okay. That's the team you run the ball on 3rd and 15. You're not trying to, step back there and definite passing situations with that defensive line that they've got. You don't want to do that. So now if we can keep Bryce upright, be real clever in mixing up the plays of the run and the pass, passing it when they expect to run, running it when they expect to pass, and doing some other things out the backfield, I think we'll be fine. If we get in a situation where they teeing off on Bryce, it could be a long day. Okay, so we got to play this thing smart. Like I said, we know them very well. We've played them before. They're not gonna show us nothing we haven't seen. Kirby Smart is coached with Nick Saban all the way up until what, like 2015. So he knows all of their 14. He knows all of their stuff. He knows all of his stuff. Okay, so we just got to play it. They play us with a massive front up front. We got to throw it. If they hit us with too deep coverage, we got to run it. But we got to run it smart. We got to run it where we can get positive yards. We can't be in, getting 1 yard and no yard games. You can't get 2nd and 10 and 3rd and 9s with this team. So offensive line play is going to be key, and play calling is going to be key. And so with that being said, these are some of the things, some of the keys that I think in terms of personnel. Now, when Georgia got the ball, we need to make sure we know where number 19 is. That's a guy named Brock Bowers, a freshman tight end from Napa Valley, California, 6'4", 230, runs about a 4.6, 4.5, 4.6 40. Dude is a freaking stud. 52 catches, 846 yards, and 12 touchdowns. He caught a touchdown against us in the championship game, SEC championship game. We got to keep an eye on that guy. That's a game record right there. We got to keep an eye on them. I'm not so much worried about their wide receiver group. I think they're good, but I don't think they're special. But Brock Bowers is something else. We need to pay attention to that guy, okay? We need to know where he's at because he can get loose in the secondary, and it's good night, Irene, okay? I've seen him in other games. He's a bad dude, okay? So we need to keep an eye on him. James Cook, the runner out in the backfield, I think he's number 5, I want to say. Darwin Cook's little brother out of Miami, full of 5'11", 205 pounds out of Miami. Like I said, Darwin Cook's little brother. He's a bad dude. I think he's got like 650 yards and 7 carries. They shared the backfield. I'm trying to think what the other kid's name is, but he's got like 700 yards and 10 touchdowns. So they kind of share the backfield. Okay, so those two guys are going to be, we're going to have to, we can't let them line up and just smash mouth us. We got to stuff them in the running game. Okay, but what they like to do is run it and then play action. We got to keep Stetson Bennett off schedule. Okay. Now, I think Stetson Bennett, you can force him into some mistakes if he gets pressure. If we get some pressure on him and don't let him have third and meaningful, basically like what we're saying when we got the ball. We can't be in 3rd and long. We can't let them be in 3rd and short. We got to keep them in 3rd and long where you put the onus on him to make a throw. Because I feel like if we make him have to make high degree of difficulty throws, maybe like 15 of them in the game, we can get 2 or 3 of them, and that can change the whole ball game. Okay, I believe that's what we're gonna do. Now, when we got the ball, I think the keys are this. Like I said, I think it's key to the offensive line. I'm looking for Evan Neal to play strong against Jordan Davis. Okay, I don't need him to be, because I've seen Jordan Davis ragdoll offensive tackles I've seen him do it. Just throw them to the side and go get the ball carrier, or throw him to the side, or pick him up basically and throw him into the quarterback. I've seen him do stuff like that. Okay, so he has to be neutralized. Okay, Brian Robinson Jr. is a key. Because I don't think we're going to be able to line up and just smash mouth them, run it down their throat. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to do it. We got to be clever on how we run the football. Okay, we got to run it in space. We got to run it to the edges, and we got to misdirection them. Okay, and if we can get Brian Robinson about 60 to 70 yards on the ground on about 14 carries, I think we're good. I'm not expecting him 25 carries and 200 yards. No, I'm not expecting that. We can get him about 15 to 16 carries and about 75 yards. I think that would be most appropriate and what we should be able to get. But the key is, I know what Georgia's going to do. Georgia's going to, because we don't have John Mechie this time, I believe that they're going to look at our receiving group and say, okay, we're going to double cover Jamison Williams, because Jamison Williams can't be covered single coverage. He can't be. Okay. He and Bryce are on such a wavelength. They kind of know each other. They know kind of, but I think they're going to double cover him and make Ja'Cory Brooks, who's a freshman, and Slay Bolden beat them. Okay. Okay. Now, here's the thing. When you double cover, you leave gaps in the defense. Now, what I'm hoping is that Bill O'Brien can understand that when they're double covering him, we're not going to try to force that into double coverage. There are going to be pockets in the flats and along the seams that are going to be wide open. So I look for Brian Robinson to catch some swing passes out of the backfield, make some guys miss, get 8-10 yards here or there, catch about 6-7 passes for about 60 yards, 50, 60 yards. But the guy I think is going to make a difference is Jaleel Billingsley. I think if we play this thing right, Jaleel Billingsley can have the same kind of game that O.J. Howard had against Clemson back in 2015. I know y'all remember that. He had like 5 catches, like 200 yards. Maybe not quite that much, but I think, and he's athletic enough and quick enough, if he can stay out of Nick Saban's doghouse, because that's kind of been his thing. He's as talented as any guy we done had at tight end. He's as talented as O.J. Howard and Irv Smith. He's as talented as all of them guys. And he's not the blocker that what's the guy's name? Plays for the Colts. Guy, I can't think of what his name. He won a championship with us. Forrestall. He's not the blocker that Forrestall is, but he's plenty good enough in the pass game. There's going to be opportunities for Jaleel Billingsley if he, catches the football, runs the precise routes, because they're going to be leaving him open because he's not going to be on none of their scouting reports. I guarantee you that. They're going to be looking at Jameson Williams and probably Slay Bolden and say, okay, we're going to take that away, and they're going to leave them seams wide open. There's going to be spots for Jaleel Billingsley and B-Rob to get out the backfield. I look for them on 3rd down and 5, 3rd and 7s. To hit B-Rob out of the backfield, make a couple of guys miss, get the first down, plow through some guys and get first downs, keep them chains moving. I look for some play fakes, go over the middle, hit Billingsley for 15, 20-yard gains, keep them chains moving. But when we get in the red zone, we got to get down there and score touchdowns. Okay, so that's what I say. So when they've got the ball, we got to watch Brock Bowers. We got to knock Stetson Bennett off his mark, and we got to make him see different things. We got to show him different colors. We got to turn up the pressure on him and make him and rush him and make him, because I think if we rush him and make him kind of earn it, I think we can make him make some bad throws. I really think we can do that. Okay. And when we got the ball, we got to implement the smart running. Can't just kind of smash it up the middle. We might occasionally have to get a 3rd and 1 or a 3rd and 2 from time to time, but we got to run it to the edges and do some misdirection. Okay, and then we got to run it in times when they think we're passing it. Okay, we got to slip some runs and some draws in there. Okay, we got to do some of that because the power running game, I think, is not. We got to outsmart them on the defensive line. I think we're gonna have to do that. And so if we do that and find Jaleel Billingsley, and I still think Jameson Williams gonna get loose for 1 because he's just too talented. He'll get 1. If we can do that, I think we'll be fine. Okay, so that's pretty much all I got for today. So you stir all that stuff up real good. You look at all that, because Bryce Young has been Bryce Young. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. 44 touchdown passes this year and about 4,500 yards, 4 interceptions. Can't ask for nothing better. Brian Robinson Jr., 1,100 yards and like 15 touchdowns. Can't ask for nothing better, okay? And I know we got some injuries. Chris Owens on the right tackle. We're going to have to mix that thing up and do some stuff. Trey Sanders is going to have to give us some stuff, and dispel B-Rob. Trey Sanders is real shifty and quick, and we're going to have to get some stuff out of him. But I don't look for us to run it for 200 yards. If we can get 75 to 90 yards rushing out this game and about 250 yards passing with no turnovers, I think we're good. I we're in good shape. And as long as we don't make any mistakes. So you stir all it up real good. You put all that stuff in the vat. Stir it up. All those factors, all those key players. What does Uncle Fred come up with? Crimson Tide 27, Georgia Bulldogs 24. And we win the 7th national championship in the Nick Saban era. And Nick Saban becomes the winningest coach in the history of college football. Okay. And we become the winningest program in college football, which we've been the best college football program in the last 10 years anyway. That's undeniable. Okay. Because we just in the thing too many times to deny us. Okay. This is our thing. This is ours. Okay. We're coming to claim what belongs to us. All right. So that being said, y'all watch the game tomorrow, and we're gonna come back tomorrow night. And if not tomorrow night, then maybe on maybe Tuesday, and give you the thing. Even if it comes out the other way, even though I don't want to think that way. Look, man, there's only gonna be one winner and one loser. We could possibly lose this, but I'm not banking on it. I'm not banking on it. But one thing's for certain: win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna be back here and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about what happened, and we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna either be celebrating or we're gonna be like looking forward to next year. But I'm looking forward to us celebrating. All right. So Tide fans, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get this championship, because that's what we do. Because we Alabama. We all about championships. We don't play second. Okay. This is the Alabama Invitational. Okay. And we're gonna be good hosts. And we're gonna host this thing. And then when the party's over, we're gonna kick everybody out. Okay. So here we go. One more time. Woo! That's all I got from the desk of Uncle Fred on this championship Monday Eve. Alabama 27, Georgia 24, and an epic championship game tomorrow night. I hope to see y'all there. We'll see y'all on tomorrow night so we can celebrate another championship, the 7th in the Nick Saban era. See y'all tomorrow.